What's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Gravy, and welcome to another MLB The Show tips video. And today we're going to be talking about the S word. That's right, slumps. Unfortunately, slumps are a huge part of baseball. Whether you're playing in real life or you're playing virtually, slumps are just an unavoidable part of baseball. Before we get started with the video, I think it's also really important to let you know I do stream on Twitch every Thursday through Sunday, occasionally on Tuesdays. So if you have any questions or concerns about anything you're seeing in this video, please feel free to hop in anytime I'm live. Ask me questions. I will make time for you. I love talking about hitting. All right, let's get started with number one. I think number one is an important part of this tip video because it's not something a lot of people do. That's really watching your footage. You need to be able to go back and watch how you performed in the past in order to make the small adjustments you need to make in order to actually start succeeding more consistently. So let's take a look at how you can do that. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna go over to settings. Then we're gonna head down all the way to sharing and broadcasts. Once you get here, we'll go to video clip settings, length of the video clip. I'd like to have it anything above 15 minutes, just because if there's a string of at-bats where you're really struggling and you want to go take a look at it, you can clip 15 minutes of it. I personally do an hour because it'll cover, usually speaking, an entire game. So how do you actually save video clips? Well, right here on your PlayStation 4 controller, you're gonna find a little share button right there. You're just gonna tap it once. As soon as you tap it, this little screen comes up. You're gonna hit square, or you can click on save video clip and it will get you your hour-long clip of everything. Next up, number two, I think it's really important to warm up. Okay, a lot of times you hop right into a game and you're not quite as juiced up, ready to go as you normally would be, and I think sometimes that can really lead you down a path where you want to make things happen a little bit too much, and when that happens, you tend to get under the ball more often, or taking bad swings, taking pitches that you'd normally hit, or on vice versa, you're swinging at pitches you normally don't. I think one of the best ways to practice in this game, you could do custom practice, but it's not my go-to. My go-to is actually Challenge of the Week. I find that Challenge of the Week gives you a nice blend of a pitcher who's trying to get you out, because let's be real, if you play Challenge of the Week, they don't throw a ton of strikes, but at the same time, they throw enough strikes where you're gonna get a lot of swings in. And typically with Challenge of the Week, I only go with one out. So once I get an out, I usually leave. It can be kind of long to go through all three outs, so I don't think it's worth your time to go through all three. That's going to lead us into tip number three. The third tip I have for you is move your PCI. And what I mean by that is before the pitch comes, give it a little shake. You see this all the time in real life. Guys like to wiggle their bats. It's kind of a nervous habit, and I think it's worth it to get your thumb moving. What this does for you is it lets you know, it lets your brain know that I can get to any pitch in the strike zone. Because if you look, the thumbstick is very reactive, and a little snap here or there, and I can cover literally, quite literally, all four corners of the zone, right? A little flick there, I'm down in that corner, a little flick there, I'm there, and up there. So when you do kind of like these long motions all around, it lets you see that you have true control over your PCI. There's no way that you can't hit any part of the zone that you want, and by moving this thumb, it kind of protects your or it sort of sets your brain up for success. So number four kind of goes right in with number three. This is going to be reacting and not sitting on pitches. I find that when I sit on a pitch too much, I tend to only look for that one spot in that one pitch, and when I don't get it, I still end up swinging and I make more mistakes that way. It's better off to just react, especially when you're struggling. When you're locked in, there's no problem. You can sit pitches. You're knowing exactly what this pitcher's going to throw. I know he's throwing a down and in fastball here, so I'm sitting down and in, and I'm going to crush it. Okay, that's fine. So react, don't sit. It's tough when you're sitting because you tend to make more mistakes. You tend to think, well, I'm only looking for this pitch. It's better to just react, because if you get a pitch in the strike zone, this game especially, if you've got good timing, it's very rewarding for your hitter to just react to pitches. Even when you're just slightly off like that, you'll still crush them. So that's kind of my tip there. And number five, probably the most important tip of them all, take a break. It's okay. Sometimes you don't need to play MLB The Show. You can get so much in your head, so much frustration. It's just worth it to walk away. Take a breather. Go play single player mode, franchise, road to the show, something you normally wouldn't play. Crank up those sliders, put it on a lower difficulty, crank out a bunch of homers, just have some fun. Turn the game into some fun for yourself, build yourself up some confidence, and then go back out there and start crushing in ranked season. Those are my 5 tips to help you get better at MLB The Show and be a little bit more consistent with your gameplay. If this is something you liked, if this is a video that you liked, please, you know what to do. I really appreciate those who do. And with that, farewell and happy hitting. Once again, I stream on Twitch every Thursday through Sunday. You can always come see